been in the UK for a while and you've been having a difficult time sorting out your status, this is good news. To regularize your status in the UK, you can contact Lawyer Tokubo or Lagbaye on a Facebook page, YouTube or Instagram. You can also book an appointment at our London office, Brightway Immigration and Asylum Practitioners, or phone through 0208 309 8808 or a Nigerian office on 0813 456 6319. She understands the rules and regulations applicable to your case. Don't forget, consultation fee is £50 or 30,000 naira Nigerian money. A trial will convince you.
Welcome on board, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on board. It's been a very busy period, and that is why I am not out there, you know. It's been a very busy time, so hence the reason why I was unable to come out.
If you want to regularize,
to come out during the week. So I want to welcome you on board, ladies and gentlemen. My name hasn't changed. Look at the topic very well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Immigration and Asylum Practitioners. 0208 309 8808.
Thank you.
0813 456 6319. I will be Chanyin Nitomo.
Now, if you look at the topic that I put out there, first of all, let me greet you again. Good afternoon if you are just joining us. And the broadcast is live right now. As soon as we finish, we'll be taking it straight away into YouTube. So you can get the copy of the video on YouTube if you want to listen to it. But no one is allowed to make money through my video. No one is allowed except me alone. So people should not take the voice or take any image out of my video to think that they can want to monetize it on YouTube. That is impossible. That's not acceptable. So let's make that clear once and for all now. Before I go into today's business, I want to thank you all for your support at all time, and I want to welcome you aboard. Please, what will be most interest to me today is to like and share straight away. Just put it on your what is it called? Watch play. Please just like and share and let people just have it on a watch party straight away. Let people just join us on a watch party and let us just enjoy it together. It is a very provocative topic, and as such, the language that we were going to use today, we are not going to censor it. So if you are affected one way or another, you can then see me afterwards and make your complaint to me one way or another with the topic that we're putting out there. Look at the topic again, stepmom. Look at the topic again, stepmom. Whether fathers should be permitted to take child away on holiday without their mother, even though the mother may have given consent to the father and said, yeah, it is fine by me, you can have that child with you for a weekend or holiday. The question I'm asking you today is whether that is trusted enough, and whether you can be, I have to acknowledge you. There's no way there is no way I can pretend that I didn't see you. I saw you, and I have to acknowledge you. Good evening to you, Mommy BC. Allah will God bless you, ma. More anointing to the work that you are doing in Côte d'Ivoire and elsewhere. God will continue to empower you, Mommy BC. Allah will. I cannot pretend that I didn't see what you are doing, and I cannot pretend that I didn't see you. I see you clearly, Mommy BC. Allah will. More anointing and more strength for the journey that God is taking you through. I plead the blood of Jesus on your walk, and you will continue to grow from strength to strength. That is for you, Mommy BC. Allah Luku. My heart is always there when I see you performing, singing, and doing the work of God. Anyone who do the work of God truly and truly, you can tell. So well done to that, and no fashion weapon formed against you and I or others that will prosper against us. No, it won't. It won't prosper. So I want to acknowledge you for that, Mommy BC. Allah. Thank you and well done, ma. Continue to do the good work that you are doing. We are watching and we are looking. Okay, we are not deaf and we are not blind. We are seeing things happening. So well done, ma. Well done, well done, ma. So the point we are having here is that whether step mom should be given that autonomy when daddy pick up a child straight away from their mom and say, listen, I'm taking this child on holiday. I want this child to be with me. And then now take that child. At the end of the day, you now dump the child with a step mom and you now go to another country to go and enjoy yourself. You dad, I'm asking question, ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there, whether it is something that it is nice, it is appropriate, it is acceptable in the eyes of the law for step mom to do that. Listen before you make comment. Listen. Now listen to this audio, simple audio. Just listen before you now start putting your comment in. This is the basis of our topic today. And it's a true life story. It is not hearsay.
When I'm talking to you, and you don't answer me, I will slap the hell out of you. Did I not tell you to tell her you're going to eat? You'll be pretending as if you didn't hear. Get up. Yeah, go sit down there. Let's go and get it. Ow. Get out. Ow. You really hit my head. I'm going to hit you more. You're being let that iPad and don't touch it. You're a good girl. I'll be talking to you when you're talking to your mom. Do you think your mommy has more authority over me? No. When I'm talking to you,
if you haven't heard that properly, let me play it again. And I'm still going to repeat it again. So what I'm doing is that I'm inviting all my social workers fans now to please come on board. Shireen and others, if you're out there, Shireen and other social workers that are there and experts in the field that relating to law, please come on board and let's share this together because the case owner is online and I told her to listen and quiet, not to make comment. That is the biological mother.
You're going to eat. You'll be pretending as if you didn't hear. Get up. Yeah, go sit down there. Let's go and get it. Ow. Get out. Ow. You really hit my head. I'm going to hit you more. You're being let that iPad and don't touch it. You're a good girl. I'll be talking to you when you're talking to your mom. Do you think your mommy has more authority over me? No. When I'm talking to you.
Now I stopped it, and because that's what I have, and I got it from the reliable source, which is from the direct mom herself. She came and she gave it to me. So I have permission to play that audio, and that's what I can play. I can't say anything other than play that audio, and the next thing to talk about is that child in question is a 6-year-old child. So don't forget when you are commenting, putting out your comment out there. The child in question is a 6-year-old child. That's a 6-year-old child with the stepmom. Yeah? That's with the stepmom, yeah? A 6-year-old with stepmom. Now, dad went to mom. Dad went to biological mom. Of course, it takes two to tango. Don't forget. Dad went to biological mom. It takes two to tango. So, what I have here is that dad went to mom and said to mom that I want to have this child with me. Now, the question here is that they met here in the United Kingdom. Here, this audio is here in the UK. Now, they met outside the United Kingdom in a civilized world. That's where they met. They met in a civilized world and they fall in love and she got pregnant. Now, she went back to her country of origin and he returned back to United Kingdom. Follow it on, please. So she went back to her country of origin and he returned back to UK, to United Kingdom. Now, when the child was born, the dad returned to mom and where mom is staying in her country of origin because they are in love. And the mom believed that the dad hasn't got other wife or other anybody elsewhere. So the mom thinks that she's still in love. She's still with the right person. So the dad came and said, I want to have this child on holiday with me to United Kingdom. The biological mom, which is the mom, accepted and gave the child to the dad. So the dad traveled. Of course, the dad is a UK citizen. So the child has British passport. So the dad traveled with the child into United Kingdom. Don't forget, that's the first trust. So they finished their holiday. The child finished holiday with dad. And dad took the child back to her mom in that country of origin, which I'm not going to be privileged to mention. Now, you can see that at first, there is a relationship of trust. This child in question, at the time when the child was brought into the United Kingdom, it was a baby. So don't forget. So because the dad returned the child successfully on the first time, so on the second time when the dad asked mom again, I want this child to come to UK on holiday, of course the mom said, why not? Because he has taken the child at first and returned the child back successfully. So the mom allowed him to travel with the child again. At this stage again, on the second time we're talking about, the child in question is still a very, very, at a very, how do I say it? At a very tender age. That's the second time. Perhaps I would say possibly about around a year old. You understand? So the child was brought into UK with the dad. Please like and share, because this is I don't want to give it another topic entirely, but it's a child abuse that we are hearing here. It's child abuse. So the dad came second time, took the child with himself, took the child by himself, and then come down to United Kingdom on holiday. The mom hasn't got a problem because at first he has been put on street test and he succeeded by returning the child successfully. So there is nothing bad in it to her, and she allowed that child to travel with the dad on the second time. Now on the second time, because the mother or biological mother is not in the United Kingdom, the dad refused to return the child back to biological mom on the second time. So the dad left the child with the stepmom. The child was left with the stepmom on the second occasion. Child was left with stepmom. So what happened is that a child left with stepmom, it makes it so difficult, you know. Child left with stepmom, it makes it so difficult. So the dad had gone on holiday, left United Kingdom. Don't forget the dad is a citizen of the United Kingdom, but it's one of those that doesn't have a stability of home. They are from one area to another. So basically what happened is that he left that child with a stepmom, which is a wife that he has in the house. The mom of that child did not know that the dad has another wife, because she thought they were going to get married. She thought they were going to be man and woman, you know, together because they have child. So she didn't get married. She didn't do anything. She was waiting for him, not knowing that there was a living. Without knowing that there was a living in the journey. So he dropped the child with a stepmom in the house, and he traveled to his country of origin. To his country of origin. He's a UK citizen, but he traveled to his country of origin. Listen again if you are just joining us. Listen.
When I'm talking to you and you don't answer me, I will slap the hell out of you. Did I not tell you to tell her you're going to eat? You've been pretending as if you didn't hear. Get up. Yeah, go sit down there.
Please don't call me at this time when I'm playing this audio.
You really hit my head on the... I'm going to hit you more. You're being... Let that iPad and don't touch it. You're a good girl. I'll be talking to you when you're talking to your mom. Do you think your mommy has more authority over me? No. When I'm talking to you...
Thank you. I love you guys on this platform, and I know you are well educated and you compose yourself very well. Don't forget this is child abuse and child abuse. So as such, I want us to be a bit serious when it comes to responding to this matter. Now, case will be going to court on this issue at the end of the day, but the biological mother has flown in. Biological mother has flown into the United Kingdom. So the biological mother will be listening to this. Now, in responding to the question you have asked me, some of you are asking so similar question. How did the child got the audio? How did they have the audio? Now, how they got the audio is that the child pressed recording on the phone she has with her. She pressed recording, voice recording on the phone she has with her in her pocket. Don't forget, it's a 6-year-old child. But the citizens of the United Kingdom are intelligent. They are very clever. Don't get it twisted. She's a 6-year-old, not 7 yet. She recorded that in her phone because she has the phone with her. The question I'm asking you, and if you want to phone in if Sharon is there, I want Sharon to get involved. If others are there that are social worker, please get involved, because it basically means that this child is not safe where she is at the moment. I am a mother, and anything to do with the child issue, I take it very seriously. Believe me, anything to do with child issue, I take it very seriously. I don't crack jokes. You see, there are times that we make jokes and we laugh and we smile when I have a topic that wants us laughing and smiling. But at this particular one, I am talking about a child. And I'm talking about a child that is being abused here. Yes. Yes. Now, yes. So I want you to call in on 07908 628 240. What do you think the biological mother should do at this stage? She has flown into the country. She saw this audio overseas when the daughter sent it via WhatsApp to the mom. The mom shed tears. But what the mom do not want to do is that she doesn't want them to take the phone away from that child for safety reasons, so that the child can be communicating with her from time to time. And that is why she has not alleged this incident. So at the moment, this incident has not been alleged. Thank you, Ariola. So the issue here is that we are on 07908 628 240. 07908 628 240. I need you to call in. I am a lawyer. It's not that I don't know what to do. 07908 628 240. I intentionally brought it to public. I have already advised them, but I want them to listen to you guys on the public arena here, because I am so proud of my fans, and I've already mentioned that I have you there to give us a very right advice, because you are all intelligent. We have medical doctors among us. We have other lawyers that are watching quietly. We have social workers, you know, and we have a lot of nurses that are intelligent, you know. So so please, if you can assist us, it will be very, very good. I just hope we have not tampered with anything. Thank you. Thank you. I guess I tampered with something earlier on. So I needed your assistance at this stage. Thank you to that person calling in. Thank you. Thank you. I'm on a live program on Facebook right at the moment. So are you happy to join us?
Yeah.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just calling now in the United Kingdom here. Well, that such a thing that happened is supposed to be reported to the police straight, because the child is not safe yet.
I'm with you. I'm with you, please. I am with you.
The child is not safe because I charge abuse. I have a charge. I have 3 children born here, so I live here. So I live in South. But the problem is that child is not safe at all, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You can remember one baby Peter, that the one
exactly
boyfriend, and yeah. But this one's supposed to be reported to the police straight ahead.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's just my contribution.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye bye. Hello.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening to you.
Yes, ma'am. I just want to contribute to the topic.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
I'm sorry, ma'am. The first thing, I don't know if it's possible for me to ask, where was the mother before this time?
Thank you. Very intelligent. Very intelligent. I have all those answers, so I am capable to answer. I have all those answers.
Because, okay, sorry, ma'am.
The mother is not a UK citizen. So the mother will not be able to fly into United Kingdom anyhow.
Okay.
So, and to get a visa to travel into United Kingdom, you must be working in your country of origin and have money to show that you are going to return back at the end of your visit into UK.
Okay.
Now, because she was out of employment for a period of time, she was unable to apply to come to United Kingdom. That was the question I asked as well.
Okay.
But as soon as she was able to get, she's able to gain employment.
Okay.
She flew into the United Kingdom and she was granted the first visa.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So
Thank
she
you.
purposely
Because
came in for this.
the thing is, that child is brilliant. And thank God she was able to, the mother, I don't know if it was the biological mother that gave the child the phone.
Is the dad? Is the
Right,
dad?
the dad.
Yeah.
It was God that really planned this for the dad to bought that phone to that child. That child is a brilliant child. There's nothing they can do to that child if they are not ready, if they don't want to die. If they tamper with that child, I swear to God, both of them, the stepmom and the dad,
Yes.
they will make that Waterloo in the front.
Yeah.
But the thing is, thank God you are a lawyer and you know the right thing to do. We don't have anything to say that the mother should just take it up. She must get her child back. She's the biological mother, and there's no one can look after that child like her. That stepmom is a bad woman, and she will definitely meet her own Waterloo in the front. That is it. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
God bless you, man.
Thank you.
Bye.
We're at 07908628240. What do you think she can do? The question that was raised by this young lady is very fantastic. I have asked that question when we had a meeting as well. I asked her, where were you since all these days? She's been communicating with her child. They've been chatting. She's been following everything on. But she was unable to get a UK visa until she secured employment to show that she's going to return back at the end of her visit. You know, coming to United Kingdom is not a joke. It's not a joke. You know, so you must have something to show that you're going to return back at the end of your visit. So that's the thing. So ladies and gentlemen, the question I'm asking you is whether that's out there should be given that opportunity to take child away from biological mother based on trust, to think that they will return the child back. Would you be willing to release your child to his father on trust that he will return the child back at the end of their visit? Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, good evening to you.
Yeah, I just want to contribute to
Thank you.
what you're saying on the line.
Yeah.
From my perspective, I think
Yeah.
the biological mother of the new child now got a chance to establish herself even within the country for the fact a child has been molested and abused. On that basis, obviously, you know, you're a lawyer, so you probably know what I'm saying right now. So if she really want to stay in the country to look after the child, because the child has been taken in when she was not even up to a year, and now she's 6 years old already, even though by the law. But I know with the way the case is, if she want to pick it up, she's going to have the chances of being even remaining in the country to look after a child. And for the other part is dependent, obviously, from what you said earlier on. I think the dad of the mistrusted or breached the trust between the two of them earlier on by bringing a child in without returning it back to the mom.
Exactly.
Which I'm sure it could have caused a lot of atrocities between the families. And having a stepmom that molested and abused the child is another thing, that's a criminal thing on its own. So I think my best advice for the mom, the biological mom, is to seek the custody of the child, and if she wants, she can remain in the country, and I'm sure the government will stick into that. That's my little token.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. During our meeting, I explained the procedures to her and what she intends to do. But don't forget that I'm not a family law lawyer, you know. So I advise on procedure, but I asked her to take someone on that's working in that area. The way I specialize, you know, she should take someone that specializes in family matter, child law. You know, hello. You know, so that was the advice I gave. You know, let me see comments then. Thank you, Beatrice Adibowale. Thank you, Beatrice. Yeah. Thank you, Beatrice. Yes, that's the stand at the moment. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. I'm coming to read comments. Don't worry, guys. Yes, please go ahead.
going now. Well done.
Thank you.
I just want to say there's nothing wrong if there's trust, allowing the mother and the father to take the child away, for the whole day, just like you explained. But he betrayed the mother by not returning the child, which is very bad. And the woman the other woman on the recording, she's just a wicked person because she's jealous for no reason. You have the man, you have the child. Still, you are, abusing the child. I think she should just, if God has helped her to come in, she should just go ahead and file for everything that she needed to take. The child is too little, 6 years old. I have 6 years old here. I'm just crying. I'm just imagining allowing somebody to be molesting my child. Because I have 6 years in my hand here. My heart was beating. She's just a wicked person. If she's not wicked, why would she be hitting a small girl of 6 years old? Is very small. She's just growing to know who she is. Now she want to destroy her, the baby mentality. That's it. When you shut them up and push them around, you are not allowing them to be who they are. And it's not good for her. So the mother, if she's physically, financially, in every way that she can look after the child, that's a blessing. She should just take it over. If she needs to stay here, she should stay here. God will help her to look after her child. It's a blessing to her. She should not let anybody to destroy the child for her. If the man wants to go with another person, good luck. She should look after her child and take. I'm sure the father is listening to and see what the other woman is doing to their child. What kind of a mother is that? Maltreating a 6 years old like that. It's not nice. I don't say she should. It's nothing bad like your question. That is it good or is it right? Is it a bad thing? It's not a bad thing. But he betrayed the mother. So because of that, for the father, he betrayed enough. Even if they are not molesting the child, they agree for you to take the child on holiday. We don't know what happened between them. If he had decided to move on with another woman, good. There's nothing wrong. But not taking. If the woman is physically, mentally, financially okay. Why would you take a child from a mother? The best person to look after a child is a mother, as everybody knows. I don't know. I just pray that God will sort them out, and with your help, I know everything will be all right.
Amen.
Well done very much. You're a blessing to your generation.
Thank you.
I can't stop loving you.
Thank you.
God bless you, ma.
Thank
Bye.
you. Yeah, bye. I thought of what Oluwaseun Olajumoke is thinking. I thought of it. What Oluwaseun Olajumoke is thinking right now, I thought of it. Because what they did was that they planned the thing in my head as I thought of it, and possibly to convince the mom, they returned it at first. They returned that child at first, and then went back again to have the child. Now the question I asked biological mom is that, is the lady, the stepmom, has a child of her own? She said yes. Apparently the dad is in relationship already, has a living, which is the stepmom, before that child. I think what he came back to say is to tell the woman that he has a child outside relationship, and maybe she asked him to go and bring the child home. I don't know. How the child managed to get stuck in the United Kingdom is still mysterious to me. It's mysterious, because it's not that the dad is living in the UK permanently, even though he's a UK citizen. It's one of those yo-yo dad, if you know what I mean. Yo-yo dad that can never be one place, that will be going from one place to another. This is not to abuse one sex over the other. This is for us to learn. This is for us to take common sense to educate each other from this particular one. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to like and share this and let this go spread. Let us spread this, because we are talking about child abuse in this scenario now. And there is no way we can just stay there listening to this topic on this platform without sharing it and let other people make common sense from it. Don't get carried away and leave your child with someone else to take, or with the dad to say, I'm taking that child overseas on holiday. I'll bring that child back. I have seen many scenarios like this. They never bring that child back. In fact, the biological mom is lucky that she's able to get visa. They were not thinking that she's going to get visa for life. No, they never thought of that she's going to get visa. So I think it would be a surprise for them to know that she's got a visa to come into the United Kingdom. So it's not about talking down on man. It's about correcting what needs to be corrected. And I thank you, Mr. Bankole, that you are online and you are sharing and you are loving and like there. So you are a man. And I've seen you face to face to know that you are a man. Please, if you are a man on board, like and share and let other people learn from it. Even if you're a lady, please, yes, like and share. It's very important. And if you have not heard about this again, let us see if we can play the game again and listen to this audio again.
When I'm talking to you and you don't answer me, I will slap the hell out of you. Did I not tell you to tell her you're going to eat? You'll be pretending as if you didn't hear. Get up. Yeah, go sit down there. Let's go and get out. Get out.
You really hit my head on.
She said you really hit my head.
Let that iPad and don't touch it. You're a rude girl.
You are a rude girl to a 6-year-old.
Do you think your mommy has more authority over me? No. When I'm talking to you.
Please like and share. You can see what a 6-year-old is going through in the face of law in the United Kingdom. This is a country that has one of the most utmost respect for law in the world. And they play by the rules every time. But unfortunately, unless it's reported, there is little the authorities or the stakeholders can do unless they are aware, because they're not living in the house with us every day. So there's no way they're going to know what is happening. This 6-year-old life is at risk. And as such, she needs to come out of that place. And they have to unite her with her mom. Hello?
In the world, and they play by every time.
Hello? I don't know why somebody's calling me and dropping, because I haven't got the time. You understand? So, you don't want me to block you. So if you don't want me to block you, when you call me, please speak immediately. Because I have zero tolerance. You know, I have zero tolerance for anyone to call me without speaking. I block you immediately. If you see my Facebook, I have blocked over 1,000 people. I have zero tolerance for nonsense and I don't have the time. So the situation here is that I want you to continue to give your advice because the mom is online. I have told her not to attack anybody, and if anybody say anything otherwise, she should pretend as if she never heard and never respond to them so that they will not know she's the one. And then nobody will start digging into her profile. You understand? So I've told her. Prince Adewale Kosoko King. You have post for me. I will take any post in Nigeria. Believe me. God has used the baby also to get a visa. In short, she doesn't supposed to use that word better than her mom. God has used the baby also to get a visa. The mom did not even mention that she's coming to get a child. I think she just put in holiday generally to come to UK. You know.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, good evening to you.
Good evening. Sorry, this is Quinty. Yeah, I listened to that voice thing from the child and the woman, and it's quite surprising that that sort of thing we shouldn't even be discussing it now. It should be something that they should have contacted social services in the first instance, because that is an evidence, and that child is suffering. It is clear that that woman might have been inflicting more pain on this girl of 6 years old. It's not like 6 years old will be sit down and tell what to do and what to say. She will say exactly what has been happening. It is very important to contact. I'm a social worker, and listening to that is just disgusting. Action should have been taken. The woman, fine, mom might be thinking, no, the social services will take her child from her. She's not the one that inflicts pain on the child. The social services will support her her daughter to reunite with her.
She's going to take this video through everything that everyone is saying and the advice I have given and follow it on. If she knows what to do, she won't come to us. She won't come for my advice. Don't let us forget. And because she's not from United Kingdom, she might not have that confidence to know what she wants to do. Besides, she has been calling the police authority right away from the country where she's coming from.
Yeah.
But they said to her that they cannot help her because they don't have jurisdiction, that she must be in the UK before they can do anything.
Did she have this recorded video when she was calling from the country where she was?
I should think so, but we forgot it now. So she has a video I have.
I think she should contact, in the first instance, she can go to the police and they can get emergency protection order for that child.
Exactly.
And did she have the address of where this the dad and the child lives? I
think she does.
Right. Once she have the address, she can go there. I would have said to tell her to contact me, but I mean, I don't want to really get involved. But what she can do is to go to the police and explain the situation.
Give your advice through this medium, because she's going to take this video.
Yeah, she can go to the police and explain the situation to them. Firstly, this man is what is committed is child abduction. She's taken the child away from the parents over a long period of time, which is a crime on its own.
Yes.
And secondly, this child is being used probably as a child carer who is caring for others and doing chores that she's not supposed to be doing at her age. Because there are age appropriate chores that a child will do. You cannot tell in law, you cannot tell a 6 years old to be washing the dishes. That is not right. You cannot. There are some chores that this child must have been doing that is not age appropriate. So the child will be able to explain. The woman needs to contact the police in the first instance. They've got child protection police that will address that will support her in this case. She shouldn't fear that she hasn't got, British status, or she hasn't. All that is rubbish. This is a child's life that we're talking about.
Exactly.
How far did it go with Victoria Clembe before she was found dead?
Exactly. Thank you.
So it is very important for her to contact police or to go to the local authority and say she needs to speak to duty social worker.
Exactly.
Someone should support her to go to the local authority of where she is and ask to speak to a duty social worker.
They are online listening. Yeah, she's online listening.
Yeah, she should contact this duty social worker. This is what happened to Victoria Clembe. They brought her from another country and they made her suffer until she was dead.
Good.
So she needs to take an action now. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye. Yeah, bye.
Thank you. I know that caller is a professional person. Definitely, that caller is a social worker, but she doesn't want to get involved. Fantastic. Thank you. The case owner is online following us on. There is no doubt about that. The case owner is online following us on. So she has. I've given her thorough advice, but I intentionally said that she should listen to this program today so that she will know the next course of action to do. But I've told her what she needs to do in terms of the authority, in terms of the everything that she needs to do, everything. But this video is in addition to it, because this video could be used as evidence, in terms of advice and to show that public is not in support of child abuse in the United Kingdom, and that's what we are doing here. Public against it. Public is against it. Public is not in support of it. And that's the whole idea of us coming line and saying this, what we are saying. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm on 07908 628240. What needs to be said has to be said. There is no doubt about that. Let's read you guys. Thank you, Olufunke Walker. Thank you. Thank you, Olufunke, for helping me to explain to that person. Thank you. The father has broken the trust. I know, Wunmi Olatunde. Yes. Unless the mother, Adama Unje said that, oh my God, I know someone in the situation. The father stole the child, daughter back, bring her here, and the mother is helpless back home, don't know how to get her daughter back. Unless you are in the United Kingdom, the authority will not have jurisdiction to assist you. Unless you are in the United Kingdom, that's just the bottom line. The authority will not have jurisdiction to assist you. So you have to be in the United Kingdom. Because this particular case, the mom has made all efforts to speak with the stakeholders. None of them is willing to assist because she's out of the United Kingdom. She's out of the UK. And the child in question is in the United Kingdom. So it has to be UK law. So it's English law. The biological mother can no longer keep calm. And this is not a matter of God vindicating us or vindicating her in this situation. The case needs to go forward and go viral and go extremely, you know, if any method that she can take to get her child in her custody is the appropriate advice that we need, and is the right thing we want her to do. And that's the advice I am giving. And that's the advice I would want people to give. You see, one thing I want us to understand is that God help those who help themselves. God is not going to come from heaven to come and help us. We should not pray over things that is so visible to work on, practically to take professional advice. We shouldn't be thinking that God is going to do it for us. No. God does not believe in lazy, idle people. God does not believe in anyone that folding arms and expecting miracle to be performed without taking an appropriate action. God isn't like that. You see, it's something that always pains my mind when people get carried away and talk that God will assist. Let us leave that sentiment aside. Professionally, let you and I and others there work head to head and discuss and rub minds together how to get this child out of that situation. That dilemma situation, that delicate situation is what I am that I am interested on. I am not interested about God will vindicate. You see, God is different. You see, the things that you can walk and ask God to do miraculously, they are there. But when it comes to practical aspect, God isn't there. God will only give you knowledge and understanding. And the knowledge and understanding she requires is to come and take professional advice, which she has managed to get somebody to tell her, go to Lawyer Tokunbo Olagbaye. She will be able to assist further. And that is what they call proper advice. Somebody who has headache or who has ulcer, who has brain injury, shouldn't expect God to vindicate him or her with an injury. Should go to the doctor and go and take proper medical advice as to what to do and how to go about it. And that's the appropriate way. We are living in 21st century. Don't let us get carried away. A lot of children from minority background are going through this as well. So sad. That is from Tulokwe and your Lord Fair. God will continue to bless you, Mama. Much love from Lagos. Thank you, Miss Oluwaseun Olajumoke. Mr. Lapa Adebayo and Olorun first said Nigerian men should get it right and stop giving children to stepmom. Kolomo toju omo e. Kolomo toju omo e. Thank you. Sorry about my Yoruba reading. Sorry about my Yoruba reading. I can say it perfectly, but sometimes reading could be an issue. I've got a 2-year-old turning 3 years. The thing and way she act and react to little things, trust me. If it's 15 hours nursery, most have heard about what is happening already and will have been okay. I think I lost that reading. I agree with you, because a child will lose her confidence forever if she's been shunned harm. Exactly. Thank God the mother met a good lady like you to help her. Thank God, Kate Okoro. It has psychological effect which can make the child lose confidence in future. Some adults are wicked by making children to fear them, which can make the child lose self-esteem. That is Oyebode Oluwabu Sayo Ogun Bambi. Patience Gabriel, good evening, ma. Good evening to you. If the father is listening, it could take the child back before action is taking place. Musumola Wilkie. No, not taking the child back. Give it the child. He should give the child back to the mother so that things can just die down. But then I think action should take place so that whoever needs to learn and to be taught should be taught. That's my advice. Somebody who doesn't have knowledge needs to be taught. Yes. They have to tell them what to do. They have to show them. They have to, it's got to be brought to the justice. To be honest, this case should go to court. They should sort it out at the arena. That's the whole idea of having lawyers. The case should be resolved at the arena. And that's what I believe. In a situation like this, there is no need to close it down. There's no need to silence this matter. Matter should be taken forward. And let the independent judge sit and look at the matter. As you have rightfully said, the caller earlier on, which I know you are a social worker anyway, it's an abduction of a child. Taking child away from the mom or the father without consent. It's kidnapping. You adopt a child. And what does the law say in the United Kingdom to that effect? So the dad will be punished. and the stepmom also will have her own punishment. So there was a separate punishment that they are going to have, because they have inflicted one each on each other. They have inflicted it to each other. Anyway, by you bringing a child and not returning it, she should have given him advice and said, no, take this child back to her mom. Return this child back to her mom. That's what she should be saying. A good woman should say, no, this is not right. A good woman should be saying, no, this is not right. Return this child back to her mom. So they are going to be punished for it if this case goes further. And I want this case to go further. Christopher Abe, Nigerian want God to do everything for them. Reason we are where we are today. Please like and share and put it on your watch party, so let a lot of people come on board. Please like and share and let people come on board. The UK is a signatory to the 8th Convention. Exactly. Heaven help those who help themselves. God help those who help themselves. God will divine take control, and basically the mother is on the winning side because she's got evidence. God will play his own part, and we need to play our own part as well. Everything is not to be left for God. We need to take necessary actions at the right time. Thank you, Kami. We are learning, never allow an underage child taken away on the trust not well earned, because we believe better UK for your child than where you are. A mother is best for her child no matter wherever you are in the world, and that's what I believe. A mother is best for the child, and that's why they introduced Section 55 of the Citizenship and Border Act, you know, when removing a parent from United Kingdom. This is exactly why the government, the Secretary of State is saying that he believes it's appropriate for that child to be taken, to be removed at the same time with the parents. So there is no way they will remove parents and leave child behind. Section 55 is not in the best interest of the child, to leave the child behind and take the appropriate parents away from the child. So they rather let both of them remain, all of them remain in the UK, or remove both of them as a family unit at the same time. That is exactly what the Secretary of State is saying under Section 55. That's what is in the guidance. The child, both ways will equal to same. The child back to the mother will end up with stepfather too. I got a 2-year-old daughter, 23 in March. The way she acts and reacts to situations, a 15-year-old nursery most have heard what is happening with the stepmom. Trust me, and social service must have involved. Even before the mom comes to London, and they shouldn't end up saying she has mental health, because this is so annoying. She doesn't have any mental issues at all. She's a very intelligent and smart girl. Very, very. So she doesn't have anything at all. How the child was kidnapped, what are you saying? Yeah, Shelleyham Foot. The child was abducted, taken from the mom. Yeah, the child was taken from the mom with the consent, with trust, I would say. With trust that the dad will return the child back to her mom. But the child wasn't returned back to her mom. So that's the dilemma there. You know, so at the end of the day, when you look at the law, you're going to say that it was an abduction. The child was abducted, not adopted, abducted. You know. Yeah, of course, if she get custody, you see, the thing is that Section 55 and Lady Hale decision in the case of Tanzania on Court of Appeal or Supreme Court, what she said is that a British child must benefit from British education, and as such, a British passport is in her hand. Also, she's going to be 7 in the UK, so she has grown enough. Not only that, it's not a child that is a ward of court. When we say ward of court, it means that court is going to become parents, so they want to oversee. They're going to oversee everything about that child till she's 18, the way it's going now. So there is no way mom can return back to go and settle back in the country of origin. If the mom really wants to pursue this case, the mom will remain in the UK. She will be granted limited leave to remain as a parent of a British child in the United Kingdom. When the social services get involved, they are going to be housed then. The mom and the child will be rehoused. The child benefits and everything will be given. The public funds conditions will be taken off from the card so that that child can be comfortable. So that child will have everything. So the mom will have access to public funds if this is managed to get done properly. No, not at all. Not at all. Tina Morano, not at all. That was a good question. Not at all. Not at all. The dad took the child. Well, that's what I was told. The dad brought the child on holiday, asking the mom. It takes two to have child. Don't forget. So because he has done it first and brought her back successfully, she hasn't got any reason to hesitate, and that's why she allowed him to go with the child. There is no need for hesitation in that kind of scenario. So that's why she allowed him to travel back into United Kingdom with the child, based on previous trust that he's going to return the child at the end of the child visit to United Kingdom. So I don't think anyone left to me. Don't ask me my opinion, because if you ask me my opinion, I won't release my child without me there. I won't release my child. I won't release my child. But we're different. But I won't release my child. So that's just it. If you ask my opinion, I will not release. I told her straight away, my peace of mind. I'm not going to release my child to the dad. Given the fact that we are not having a unit home. We're not living together as man and wife, husband and woman. We're not living together. And given the fact that that's the major reason. And we've not been living together other than that for just short period of time that I got pregnant and this happened. So I won't release my child if it was me. But then we are individual. We are entitled to what we want to do as an adult. But I will not release I won't release my child no matter what. I'm not going to release my child. So it's very unfortunate that this kind of scenario happens. So if you are out there, it's a 0790862824 program. So if you want to call in before I leave, I am not staying that long. That is the heavy part of it. I am not staying that long on the video today because I have a journey to make tomorrow. And as such, I want to prepare myself very well tonight so that I won't have anything left behind when I'm traveling down tomorrow. If you are living in Derby, if you're living around Derby area, you can join us on the award night tomorrow in Derby. You can join us on the award night tomorrow in Derby. So for those who are in any area of Derbyshire, Townshire, you can join us tomorrow at the award night in Derby. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, I'm calling from Manchester.
Thank you.
I would love to participate in this question.
Please proceed.
I think it's right for the father to take the child holiday. If we're not parents, I mean, husband and wife, that doesn't make us to be a good parent. It's the father and the mother. It's important thing that we have that accord for him to take the child with him. So no matter what, is the father. It's not a stranger to the child.
I won't let my child go because the child is not 7 years old or 8 years. The child is only a year old. I don't think the child is up to a year when it happened.
Okay.
Do you understand? So I won't release my child. I will not.
I don't know the age. Number one, I don't know the age of the child. I just joined the program.
That's why. Have you heard it? Have you heard the child's voice crying?
No.
Oh, God. You need to hear the video now.
No, I've not. I'm sorry about that. I just was talking about the grown-up child. I don't know. We're talking about 1 year or 2 years. If it's 1 year, 2 years old, he or she still nailed the mother.
I'm going to play the audio now. Don't worry.
All right. I'll listen to that.
Okay. Yeah.
Later. Yeah.
When you join the program, let us take it easy before we contribute. We try to phone in.
When I'm talking to you,
let us take it easy. Otherwise, we'll be giving wrong answer.
Did I not tell you to tell her you're going to eat? You'll be pretending as if you didn't hear. Get up. Yeah. Go sit down there. Let's go and get the food. Get out.
You really hit my head on.
I'm going to hit you more. You're being very... Let that iPad and don't touch it. You're a rude girl. I'll be talking to you when you're talking to your mom. Do you think your mommy has more authority over me?
But I look sad.
No. When I'm talking to you...
Mosumala Wiki, I will not leave my child to travel with their father even if we are married, not to talk about not married. That is it. Point taken. That is it. You see, when they are grown now and they are of age, they can travel with their dad and they have their passport. The dad, you see, it depends on the relationship. You just heard that 6-year-old getting that smacked from stepmom, for God's sake. Yes, the child said, you really hit my head on the floor. Thank you, Dion. The child said, you really hit my head on the floor. We've just heard this ourselves. We have just heard that. The child said, you really hit my head on the floor. Isn't that call for concern?
Hello.
Hello, dear.
Yeah, sorry to... Yeah, I just want to make a comment here. This child in question, does she go to school?
Yeah.
If she does go to school and she does approve of the video, it's very easy to just tell the teacher that will take it off from there. The mother doesn't need to be in the...
That is what I said. That's part of the advice I gave to her.
Yes, my love. The best way, I'm in the UK, I live in Coventry. I'm listening to you right away. The best way is just to complain. My daughter was here and I went to Nigeria. And she told them in school that my mom traveled. They started calling me. It's because I filled a form before I left. That's why they just said, oh, it's nice. They spoke to my husband. So the truth now is, if she goes to school, talk to the school authority. They have social workers that protect the children in the school, please.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes,
that was part of...
It shouldn't be, it's not a problem at all for her to be here. The authority will bring her here in due time. Please, it's very easy. The government is very sensitive about children.
Exactly.
Please, just tell the child not to make anything. She goes to school very good. She could talk to somebody. The children are well protected in the United Kingdom. Thank you so much for this. God bless you.
Thank you, sister. Thank you. Thank you.
All right then.
Yeah, bye. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi. My name is Marianne.
Please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here with you.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, sorry. I've just come online right now and I've found you live and I've never done that. The last time I saw you was the other time you were talking about the parents.
Okay.
And I only found the post when it has already come out of offline. So my question was still on the parents, but I don't know whether because you're talking something different now about the stepmom and can I still ask about the parents?
About this particular scenario. Is it on this scenario?
No. The one I want to ask is about the one that you've spoken to before.
No, you will be misleading my audience. No, you can't.
Okay.
No, you'll be misleading my audience.
Okay,
yes.
Can I send you a message and then maybe later on you can I still have that question because I found you offline that last time and I didn't get a chance to ring.
Yeah, if you want to ask me a question about that topic, you have to refer me to the video because I am not more than a prophet. Sometimes when I said something, I can't remember.
I know. Okay.
Yes, I am not more than that. Once I said something, I can't remember. So you have to refer me back to the video so I can give the appropriate advice again.
Okay, can I send you a text message?
Yeah, of course you can. Of course you can.
Okay. Thank you so much.
No problem.
And
no problem.
You look beautiful there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So if you want to ask me a question regarding previous show or anything I've done, you have to refer me to the video. Because if you don't refer me to the video, I may not be able to remember. You know, I may not be able to remember. Hello? Hello?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, please, good evening to you. Go ahead.
Ma'am.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Yes. The situation at hand is really...
Hold on. Tina, hold on, please. Tina Murano, yes. Tina, yes. The answer to your question is yes. The voice recording, the recorded thing was done by the child because her phone is in her pocket. And don't forget that she communicates with her mom from time to time. So the mom will have trained her. She must have been telling her mom what she's passing through. That is just an a tip of iceberg. Oh yes, that's just the tip there. That's just nothing compared to what that child may have been passing through. Yes. Please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
All I want to say is, first of all, this issue is safeguarding issue, and the mom should not even take this long to report to the authorities, because immediately she get into this country, the first stop should have been the police station. Because now, when they start with the investigation, they will find out that the mom has had the recording. They will look at how long she's had the recording for, and then they will think that why is she holding on to that recording?
She has, because I don't think you joined us from the beginning. I've said it at the beginning of the program that she has made several attempts to speak with the UK authorities. That's what I'm saying. No, but unfortunately, they couldn't help her. She has phoned every organization that deals with issue of domestic violence, abuse of child, or slavery, or this and that, and even the police. And she has all the evidence, because I told her that she needs to have evidence of phone calls to United Kingdom. She did. She does have all the evidence. But they never helped her.
Now, yeah, I know, but then she's in this country now.
Yeah, she's going to take action. What she doesn't want the dads to do, she doesn't want them to take the phone away from the child. Because that phone is an evidence. Although, clever enough, child has deleted those audios.
Okay.
Child has already.
They can't take the phone. The thing is, even if they take the phone from the child, you see this recording. Fine, the way we hear the audio, the way the police is going to listen to the audio is going to be different entirely, because they are going to edit the background, they are going to clear it, so they are going to hear every little thing that we cannot hear from this audio. So the police will do their job, because when it comes to children in this country, they take it very, very seriously, because this is a child abuse. And it's clearly that the stepmom has not been doing this for the first time. She's been doing it for so long. Because for that child to be able to record that conversation, that's what she's been complaining to the mom. And then the mom now tell her what to do. So she has to, the mom, when she's going to the police station, she has to have the evidence that I've called so people, I've called so people, they couldn't do nothing. This is the recording I have. I believe my child is in danger. The immediate thing they will do is this, any social worker on duty, they will take the child off that environment, because even as we are speaking at the moment, we don't even know what that child is going through. Because for a child of a 6-year-old to actually talk and say, "Oh, I'm going through this," that means that child has been, enduring a lot of things from the stepmom. And for the dad to give that child a phone, a 6-year-old a phone, that means the dad does not even trust the stepmom with the child in the first place. So all these things is going to come up in the court, because even the dad is going to have something to say about it. Because the thing is, he took the child from the mom without a good authorization to say, "Oh, yeah, you gave me this child to go and take to another country." Because when a child is a minor, we have a higher guardian, or what's it called. So the higher guardian on the child under the age of 16 in this country is the mom. So when a child is that little, it's the mom that has, they will ask the dad that, where is the documentation that says this woman gave you this child to take out of the country? A 1-year-old child is too little for the mom to just leave the child with the dad, because you don't know in that country, you don't know what's going to happen to that child. So I believe that she needs to really go to the court and to the police and report this, and they are going to help her with the situation a lot. In fact, she will be overwhelmed with the kind of support they are going to give her, because even her sitting down and thinking about it, it's depressing. You are not somewhere, you can't even see your child, and you know your child is going through this. The way she will be feeling within, it will be, in fact, I don't want to even think of what she's going through at the moment, because it's so depressing. Even me hearing this audio, it makes me so upset that a child of a 6-year-old could be going through this. It's too much. This is an abuse.
Exactly.
So she needs to go to the police station. She needs to report. She needs to give the audio as the evidence. They are going to verify every single thing. The voices on that recording, they are going to verify it. The police have their own audio thing that they will use to edit even if they pin drop in that background of that recording, you will find out every single thing going on in that recording. So there is nothing like someone tailored a recording to give to them. The police will find out every single thing on that thing. So she needs to go there and report, because even this is going to help her a lot going forward with that child, because then she will be having a good full custody on that child, because the fact that the dad cannot take care of the child,
exactly,
it proves that they prove that the dad is unfit to take care of his own child. That's because now you are taking a child from someone, you are saying this is my child, and you're not giving that child to another person to take care of. And if that child, they will do interviews for the child as well, without any of the parents present, without nobody present. The only person that will be present is a social worker and police officers that will be present. They will interview that child in a very sensual environment.
Yes.
Because they will, even the little thing the child cannot see, they will tell the child to draw it or to describe it. They will take hours, in fact, days, weeks to investigate this, because you know about the case of that
the Victoria one. Yeah.
So it makes them very strict on child abuse law. It makes them very, very strict. So even that man, I pray he will not even go to prison, because if they could find out that he has any inkling about the idea of that abuse that child is going through, that man will go to prison. The second one is definitely going to prison. But that man, if they find out that the man has inkling, so that means he knows about a crime and then he's not reporting it. Because to them, that's what it's going to feel like. You knowing about something and then ignoring it and then carrying on, because they will ask him what his own intention of giving the child exposed in the first place. A lot of things will come out of this. So the woman, they will give that woman her papers through her child anyway, but she needs to fight this so that she's not running after issue of papers or no papers. I was the one that said I was the one that advised her that the way the case is going now, I don't think she'll be able to return back to her employment in that country of origin. This is what I'm saying. Yes, this is exactly what I'm saying. I said going forward,
yes,
it's not even her that will process our own documents. It's the social service in this country that will process our documents for her. Because they will really, really help her a lot. Because when it comes to child, they failed when it comes to JDP. They failed when it comes to Victoria. So they are very, very strict. They want to know what's going on. Every little mark, everything on that child, from head to fingernail, to toe, to nail toe, they will have any mark on that child. They will ask, what happened to you here? What happened to you here? If this child cannot make an explanation, or if the dad cannot give them a good enough explanation, they will arrest both of the child, the stepmother and the dad. Because the dad has already committed an offense anyway.
Yes.
Because he doesn't have a proof that this woman gave me my daughter to bring into this country. Because you are going entirely into another country, you have to have an authorization. Is it that you are a woman taking the child away from the man, or you are a man taking the child away from the woman? You have to have authorization.
Exactly.
Because it comes to, even if you are in, let's say you're in Nigeria, and then your child is here, and then the mother is in Nigeria, if they will say, go through the embassy, go and get the authorization, they will say, everything will come out in the court of law. This child, they will interview her. Even the teacher in a classroom, they will be telling the teacher to be listening to everything this child is saying. There will be a special social service that will be coming into our class every single day with her, that will be listening to her attentively
her drawings, all her record of history of work that she's done in the nursery, everything they will trace it. Because they will not believe that this has not been going on for so long. They will believe that this has been going on for years. Because even the way the woman is speaking on the recording, she's aggressive. She's just aggressive, speaking to the child. Not to talk of you banging a child and the child is like, how you really hit my head. So that's a lot. We don't even know if she's telling the child to go and do what she's not supposed to do. We don't know that. So it's really, really going to.
Thank you very much, madam. Thank you.
That man needs to. That man, yeah. I don't think he will not go to prison. I don't think so. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Oh, yeah, hi there.
Hi.
I've been listening to what people have been saying, to be honest. I've got a similar case, which is a bit like a family friend. And to be honest, one of the most delicate things I think the woman from... Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, so what I think one of the most delicate things the biological woman could encounter is a separation again, which has been obviously witnessed for years now. Because what I think, this is my opinion, based on what has happened to people I know. The evidence that she has at the moment is enough to take the child, the daughter, away from those people. I mean, the father and the stepmom. Child, it's easy to do. Just go to the daughter's school. So the girls' social services are normally operating there, right? So they will take that case further. But one delicate thing, as I mentioned earlier, is they're going to take the child away from that home, which is number one. But the other thing I'm confused about, which I don't know, which I cannot say, is how the reunion will happen between the daughter after being taken away by the social worker and the biological mom, which is already in the country at the moment. Because the first thing I know, which I've already witnessed, is they will take that child away from those people, the father and the stepmom. That's number one.
Exactly.
In terms of the criminality against them, I don't think
it's a CPS case. It's a CPS case.
Again?
It's a CPS case, Crime Prosecution Service.
Yes.
The case is a state. It's a Regina.
Right.
It's a Regina case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So the way is, in terms of the crime against them, is what I know people have been talking about. What they're going to go to prison and all that. It's not up to that, to be honest. But the major thing is they're taking the child away from that family. But I feel for the poor woman that came all the way from whatever other country she came from. I don't know how soon it's going to be possible for the authority to release the daughter to her as well.
At the moment, because I think she's gone to school, I think the school is saying that, I don't know whether she's gone to school and the school is saying that she's not recorded on their records, so they will not be able to discuss matter or allow her to see the child. But all I said to her, the advice is confidential anyway, but I'm listening to you guys' advice.
Yeah, because that's one thing. That's what I was trying to say. Like, people, I know a lot of people, they contributed, but that's not the way they normally treat such cases. Such cases is number one, school is a point of contact. And the fact they said they've not had anything on the record. And the mom, remember, the mom is the biological mother, but she's not been around for over 5 or 6 years, like you said.
Because she's not a UK resident.
But obviously, it doesn't matter if she's resident.
No, it matters. How is she going to get into the UK? She's not going to come by cloud without a visa, isn't it? Don't forget, if you follow me from the beginning of the program, I said that they met outside United Kingdom.
I did.
They met outside UK. So, you see, anyone who's going to play that game, you must have a UK passport or UK residence or a visa to come to UK anytime.
At the same time, obviously, you probably know yourself as a lawyer. The stepmom has been the one the daughter has been in that custody for the past 5 years.
But there was no consent of the biological mom in this regard, and she has been making she's been making several steps. Several steps to come to UK.
I'll tell you vividly now. I'll tell you vividly. That was the main reason when you mentioned the mom has gone to the school and the school were trying to.
I know that. But it's because she has not involved the social services.
Even though she didn't go directly to social services, doesn't mean they will.
I'm totally. I'm going to disagree with you.
All right, okay.
I'm going to disagree with you in the sense that
I'm going to be very honest here.
Yeah.
In this matter with the woman, the poor woman, right?
Who is the poor woman? Which one is the poor woman?
The biological woman, the biological mother. Okay. She's the one going through all this trauma, isn't it?
Exactly.
So, yeah, she's going through all this trauma, and to be honest, the similar case I was trying to assess with, the children involved, there were 2 on that one, and one of them is dead now. One of them is dead.
Yeah, but that's what we're saying now, that the mom needs to act. That's why she came into the country. But because she's helpless, she doesn't know what to do. It's the main reason why she came to a lawyer to seek advice. Since Thursday or Wednesday that she has come, she has gone away with solid advice and been acting on it. You see, you and I are not inside that situation. It's going to be difficult to know what she's going through. I saw a lady crying on my shoulder in my office. I saw a lady crying.
To be honest, she got an evidence. We need to be honest when we are realistic about things we say.
That's what we're saying. We're saying reality here. That the situation here is that
she got an evidence.
You see, I actually don't like to argue with my callers. I always want you guys to say your opinion. But it seems we are off the track this time around. It seems you and I are over everywhere.
Yeah.
Because she's online and she's following this on. She's gonna go back to the video and listen to all this advice. She's not from this jurisdiction, so she's lost. She's helpless.
I understand.
Unless you are living in a Western world, that is when you can have confidence to deal with matters such as UK, US, Europe.
The only reason I'm feeling sorry for the poor woman is because from what you mentioned, she's now gone to the school, and the people were like trying to boycott her from it, right? So that's the only reason. Because I think the only easiest point of contact is from the school, because it's happened before. Like I said, that's the only easiest way for them to be trying to boycott her from that situation. That speaks a volume. That's what I mean. It's going to be a thing very high, even though she's got an evidence of recorded version of it. But the way easier is like a child coming up herself. It's easier that way. Like, because I've seen it. I don't want to start mentioning names or what I've witnessed in the past, right? I've seen a child of that age obviously walk up to the teacher even the teacher in the school, in the nursery or the primary, and just say what he or she is encountering at home, within the home. So, and that's where it started from. The police was involved, social workers from there, and they took the child away. But in this situation, the child has been reported anything, right? This is a fact, right? It might sound odd to some people, but it's about experience, about what people have gone through in this country. It's not about people just formulating it, right? So that's what I think. It's going to be pretty hard for her, for the biological mother.
How?
Having said that,
when you say pretty hard, how do you mean?
When I said pretty hard, she's going to go seek an advice from a criminal lawyer, right? Or a family lawyer, right? That's our way. But everyone will want the child in question to be the contact. And because the little child has not done that from the initial stage, it invalidates the evidences the biological mother now has. You see what I mean? It's going to be proven. It's a long thing. And that's why I said I feel very sorry for the poor woman, to be honest. Because
she's gonna have the cost. Listen, she's gonna have the custody of the child.
Yeah, at the long run.
She's gonna have the custody, and why once case has commenced at the family court division. You see, there are two issues. There are two issues here.
Yes.
One is for Regina.
Yeah.
And the other one is the family division.
Yes.
The case for Regina will be both man and woman that they will brought under Regina.
I'll tell you one thing, madam.
I don't want to cut my collar off. No, I'm not cutting him off. Let him talk. Carry on.
What I'm saying right now, at the long run, she will get the custody, right?
Yeah.
But it's at the long run. The immediate action right now is the daughter in person will be taken away to foster care.
No, the daughter cannot be taken to a foster care because the biological mom is on ground and she's got lots of evidence to prove that she has been making attempts. That means that this child has been suffering in the hands of stepmom for a very long time. And apart from that, before the child even reached this stage, she has made attempt for the father to return the child back, but he refused.
Yeah, but I know it's going to sound very hard.
Let me take another people's call. Let me take other callers, please. Let me take other callers. Yeah.
I'll just let it go.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you think he's the father of the child?
When I'm talking to you and you don't answer me, I will slap the hell out of you. Did I not tell you to tell her you're going to eat? You'll be pretending as if you didn't hear. Get up. Yeah. Pass it down there. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to pick up your call. Wait for me, Sharon. Wait. Sharon, wait. Oh, God. Sharon, oh, God. I just want to play this. Sharon, I'm going to pick your call because I've been waiting for you for long.
I'm going to hit you more. You're being... Let that...
Hold on. Okay, Sharon. Okay. Sharon, go ahead. Thank you. I've been waiting for you. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening, Ma. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you.
I'm driving. I hope my reception will be fine.
Yeah, yes.
Are you hearing me?
I can hear you, yes. And the public is hearing you as well.
I've been listening, and as much as I'm driving, when I heard your last call, I really felt like I needed to call in. He's so misinformed. I don't know where he's getting his information from. How can they remove the child to foster care because of what?
You mean the last caller?
Care.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. The child cannot go to foster care.
Care for his child. That poses no risk to the
exactly.
Child.
Thank you. Thank you.
Also, we have no evidence that the dad was aware of this abuse.
Exactly.
So really, you cannot even rule the father out at this point. As much as it's his partner that's being abusive, we do not know if that is aware. We don't know if he's ever caught her being abusive and what steps he has taken. We don't know. So it's not as straightforward as people might think.
Thank you.
And also the threshold for her going to prison and being arrested by the police is a very grey area when it comes to emotional abuse.
It's a great one, yeah? So it's high.
It's a great area. Very great area because physical abuse.
So the threshold is high. You think the threshold is high?
The threshold is high, very high.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So basically, the stepmother's behavior, someone would have to evidence that the child has been impacted by it. And from that recording, it sounds to me that the child has become used to it, which is not a good thing. The child just sounded so blasé, like she has heard this kind of treatment for a very long time. And these are the facts that the social worker will have to gather. How long has the stepmother been in this child's life?
Exactly.
How long has the child been enduring this kind of treatment?
Exactly.
Where is the father in all of this? How much responsibility is he taking for his own child's day-to-day care? Is he blindly ignoring or neglecting his child, or is it just that the stepmother is so manipulative that the father doesn't even know what's going on? For the mother, she doesn't have to delay. She could 101 tonight and report the concerns for her child to the police. They will even make the welfare given to the child tonight if they deem fit. She can do that. She doesn't have to delay. I'm quite surprised to know that we're even debating this and the social services are not yet involved. It's not correct. Really, she should, the moment she touched down in the country, in fact, she didn't even have to be here to report her concerns. She didn't. You can be anywhere in the world and report concerns for a child in the UK to UK authorities, and if they neglected to act upon that, then you have a very good case to make a complaint against them. You can be anywhere in the world. If a child is coming to harm here in the UK, you contact the UK authorities and they tell you you're not here. What's it got to do with you? The child is here. Go and protect the child. Go and assess and investigate the child's welfare. That's the UK law. The welfare of that's paramount. That's our duty as social workers now. That's what we need to do. So it's not so straightforward for the mom. And you know, the child protection issues and the custody issues might be two separate matters. So the social services might deal with the welfare of the child and her immediate safety. But in the long term, in terms of who is going to care for the child, mom or dad, was a child abducted, all this kind of thing, that's private family law.
Thank you.
Unless the social workers found that dad was negligent and unfit or abusive, then they might actually be the ones to actually take the child and give it to the mom, in which case they will now have to support the mom and her immigration status.
Exactly.
Because it's in the child's best interest to be with family than to go into foster care. But because the mom doesn't have a paper in the UK, she has to be very careful.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy for her, because don't be surprised if the social worker even says, okay, your child is not fit in father's care. How about you take your child and go back to Nigeria, because where are you going to live? How are you going to survive? How do you want to do it? You know, the immigration laws and policies are very hostile. And with Brexit overshadowing every other thing, they don't care for minorities in the way that they would have once upon a time. So I hope this mother, you know, I hope she has the strength to fight this fight for the sake of her child. I really hope she does. And I'm available to advise her. You can share my number with her. If it's for me, I can call the authorities myself.
Okay.
And tell them this is the concern.
Okay.
Why not?
I trust you. I trust you. I actually boast of you yesterday that once we start the program, I know one way or another you will pick it up. Thank you.
Yeah, I've been in and out listening, and because I'm driving, I didn't want to call just in case it wasn't clear. But after the last call, I thought, no, this is too much.
Yes.
People are speculating, and it's out of context.
Yes.
Fully out of context.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
please do share my number with her.
I will do that. I'll do that.
I'm willing to follow up with her to ensure that authorities get involved. Because
Exactly.
it is emotional abuse.
Yes.
By the time they sit that child down, it
Yes.
could be other forms of abuse. We don't know.
Yes.
The child needs to be seen and heard.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Take care.
Trust you at all times. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye, dear. Bye-bye. I've always have confidence in her.
Hello?
Yes. Good evening to you, my dear. Good evening.
Sorry,
Yes.
I'm having to call back. This is Quinty.
Okay.
After listening to the guy that called earlier on,
Okay.
the guy shouldn't incite fear in that woman. Yes, they will take that child in the first instance. The child will be put in emergency placement, which will be with the foster carer. And the woman should not be afraid. They will ask her to sign Section 20. Section 20, she's not, at the moment, she's not fit to look after, she hasn't got accommodation to accommodate the child. They will put the child in foster placement. She will have contacts. She can demand to have 2 or 3 contacts in a week with her child. She can have they will assess her. Once they've assessed her, she might be able to even have unsupervised contacts with her child, because she's not a risk to the child. Is the child not better in foster placement than the environment she currently is? So the man shouldn't scare her off, saying, "Oh, they're going to put the child in foster placement." Foster placement is not help, and it doesn't mean that any child that goes there are not reunited with their parents. They will assess if she have a family member that she feels are capable of looking after that child, she can put them forward. Social services will assess those family members. Nobody wants to waste government money anymore. Social services will assess those family members, and then they will place the child with the family member. But she hasn't got accommodation. I will assume that she hasn't got a suitable accommodation in the UK where she can accommodate this child, and where the child can have a stable life instead of moving from one place to the other, changing school and all that instability. Nobody wants that to happen to any child. So once you have a family member that is capable, that are willing to be put forward to be assessed, social services will be happy and more than delighted to place that child with those family members, and she have unlimited contact. She will be fully reunited with her child. So to tell her not what that man said, that they will take the child to care, blah blah blah, that is crap. They put the child in care while they're doing investigation, and because she hasn't committed any crime, she's not seen as a risk towards any child, so they will not deny her from having contact with her own child. So that is why I've called back. So she shouldn't If they ask her to sign Section 20, she's not signing her child away. She's signing Section 20 that social services can look after the child, that she's not in the position to look after that child at this point because she hasn't got an accommodation.
Thank you.
So that is what it is, yeah. But she can contact a lawyer who will be able to advise her more. Because some people will think once they put paper in front of you and you sign, that means you're signing your child away. That is not the case. There's interim care order, there's full care order, there's Section 20.
Exactly.
Our own case will be Section 20 because she cannot. Some people even willingly sign Section 20 if they're moving home and there's nowhere for them to put their child. They will sign Section 20 that we cannot look after this child. The child will go into foster placement and they will have contact with their child. So that is my contribution, ma'am.
Perfect. Thank you. I know you are. I know you are a professional person. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Okay, yeah, bye,
thank
bye.
you. Perfect. Perfect. If you have not heard again, let's start it. And listen.
When I'm talking to you and you don't answer me, I will slap the head.
Hello.
Hello, mommy. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening to you, ma'am. Good evening.
Yeah. Are you still on the live video?
I am still. Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna contribute a little bit.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna contribute regarding about what that gentleman just said before. That man is talking crap.
Wow.
A big liar. Trust me, is the father of the child.
Wow.
If he's not the father of the child, why would he use the word regarding the poor woman? The poor woman, the poor woman. He mentioned it more than 3, 4, 5 times. So I'm going to use my case as an example for him. When my dad, although I'm not a British or we're an EU, before my dad could come to Nigeria to pick us, there is an authorization that our mom needs to sign before we will be leaving Nigeria, as in to become a EU citizen. We have to, that my mom have to sign authorization. So if my mom wasn't alive, then my dad or whoever is in custody of us back home would have signed the authorization. As long the child is just 1 year old and probably the child is born outside UK.
Yes.
But bringing the child here with the trust of the dad is going to bring the child back. So that the father has break the trust and he has break the rule of EU. Because that case has not been reported to, like, probably, let me use in Austria. If the case is not been reported in Austria to say, oh, my child is going on holiday with his father. So, and that was why the man has the opportunity to take the child to UK. So if he was going to take the child as absent of the mom, there would have been a process before the child will be taken. Because even Austria won't allow them to bring the child over here. Neither the UK will allow their child to become an Austrian citizen. So what that man is actually saying, you can even see in his voice, he's a very rude man. So not to talk of the stepmother, see the way the child is saying, you even hit me on my head. Oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God. I'm really upset. I'm very, very angry. Like, I feel like only the woman, I'm a woman, I'm a mother. I'm so like, I'm be rolling on the floor like a 7 years old. So the father should think, what gives the courage to my daughter to be able to record? So that child has been abused, like I can say from 4 years. Because for a child to know what abuse is that from 3 years they know how to talk, as long they have communication with their mom. So if the child is being, the mom doesn't know idea that people can go to school, the child can go to school and report to school. If not, the child would have gone to school and never come back. So I'm very, very grateful and I'm proud of that woman for not going to that extent. I'm also proud of her and whoever that gave your number to her to be able to contact you. Trust me, that man and the stepmom, they are going to jail. They are going to jail. If the woman needs an accommodation, mommy, you have my number, just store it. I will accommodate her. I will help her out because some men, the way they are taking the advantage of us is really becoming too ridiculous. Too much. A lot of us, a lot of women are crying inside that they cannot even say anything out.
They can't even know. So if the man is talking as if he doesn't know that the stepmom is abusing the child like that, he should have come up openly. They can say, oh, I didn't know my wife has been abusing my child, or from now on things have to be. So probably the child is explaining to the dad, and the dad is not even taking any action. So, and that end up deal. I'm really proud of that child. Trust me, mommy, I'm really proud. And that man be watching. You are going to jail. You will go to jail. Trust me, you are going to go to jail. And the stepmom is going to go to jail. And that the mother of the child, don't listen to what every one of us is saying on this platform, because we are all gone through to that stage where you are now. And be proud. Just have courage. Go and relax. Drink a bottle of Guinness. Drink a bottle of wine, because you're in the right place. Thank you, mommy.
Do I know he's talking?
It's tired talking, mommy. Good night, mommy. Good night. Let me leave all that.
Thank
Bye,
you.
ma.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, bye, dear. Believe me, it's a serious matter. Believe me, it is a serious matter. It is a serious matter. If I'm sitting as a judge in family court division,
Hello.
case of that matter, I will send anyone. I will be recommending it for Regina.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, hello there.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. I'm still following you up. I've just spoken before. I just want to say just one simple thing.
Okay.
I just understand that the mom is in the UK, which is good.
Yes, she is.
The best thing to do, let her tell the daughter to report in school that she's depressed. What's the depression? I'm not happy. Where I am staying, I think they are not treating me right. From there, they take it off. From there, they will get to the root of the matter.
Okay.
So it's very easy. She shouldn't bother about it. The daughter should complain in school that she's not okay. They follow up anything they
Even
say,
if she's online now, she should listen to us. Monday, go to the child school. If you have not been before, go to the child school and show the video to the to the headmaster or headmistress and say, listen, this is the situation.
For now, they might not want to give attention to that. All she needs to do, let her complain, let the child talk to the teacher. The moment they talk to the teacher, my dear.
I know, Beatrice Adebowale, I thought of that.
Yeah. The moment the teacher gets to know about this, they will bring the right authority to it.
Thank you. Thank you, sister. Thank you.
Yes, please.
Yes, yes.
The child should act immediately. We want to start from the child. Whatever comes later, the law will take its due course. All we need to do is just to rescue the child from this abuse, this child abuse,
yes,
and this safeguarding issue. They don't joke with it. I'm a carer, and I know how we care about children, so they don't take it lightly. Please, let the child complain to the school. They will invite the parents. They will assess them. Are you the biological mother? They will try to know what is happening. At the end of the day, you will find out that things will be so easy, and they'll be the one to release the child to the right mom. They're not going to take the child to foster care anywhere. It's not going to work out like that.
Yeah.
If the child is happy and safe with the mom, they will make provision for the mom to look after the child.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Child, because I feel very pained since I've been listening to this. I'm a mother, and I wouldn't want this to happen to my child. She's made a mistake already based on trust. So let's not nail her out. She's not our fault.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Whether the father is aware or not, it's not our business. All we want to do is just the child to have a proper life.
And rescue that child from the situation she is.
Yes,
yeah.
That is it. Let the child complain to the head teacher. Tell them, they listen to the children. Please, I want to speak to you. I want to listen to you. They talk to them every time so they recall them. Please.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You are doing a good work. God bless you.
Thank you. Bless you too. Bless you. Perfect. Sarah Beatrice Adebowale. Perfect talk. Perfect. Because when you have under 18 in this country, some lazy gizzard will use it to get tax credit, child benefit, everything credit. some lazy gizzard will use it to get benefits. So, Beatrice Adebowale, you are very right. Once you have under 18, they will use it. So they'll be flying around and be using that money to enjoy themselves. Because at least one child, they'll be able to claim the childminder, the this, the that, the that. I think it's child tax credit and child tax credit and then something tax credit. You know, yeah. You are very right, Beatrice. You're very right. I think that's one of the major reasons of bringing that child, of retaining that child into the United Kingdom. You're very right. You're right, Beatrice. That you just opened my brain. Hello?
Hello, ma. Sorry, ma. I just want to chip in something. One thing is the child might have reported in school, but not that way. They might have invited because mom was not on ground. The biological mom was not on ground that time, so they might have invited the stepmom, and she might have like, you know what, nothing like that is happening.
Okay.
So they will leave it if it's only happened one time. But if that the reason why I said this is because the school will also help the social services as well when they investigate it, because the child might have been, you know, complaining to the friends as well in school. So it might not even be the mom that told the child, you know, I'll record this. It might be one of the friends in school. So it might be one of the younger friends in school. So the child, so the mom.
And you know the ironic part of it, she deleted it immediately, and the mom knows from where the mom is in the country that deleted for everyone. So she deleted it, but the mom has already got it. But the thing said deleted for everyone. So the mom knew.
For everyone.
Yes.
And another thing is, the dad. You know, when you first started, you made mention that the dad might be, you know, that dad is a yo-yo guy.
It's one of those yo-yo guy.
Yeah. So another thing is, the dad, because he's a yo-yo guy, the stepmom might be treating the daughter, you know, the little baby, the little, you know, the 6-year-old child that we're talking about. The stepmom might be treating the little one very nice when dad is around.
That is it.
So that might not actually look at that. You know, if I'm around and then my daughter or son is happy at that minute, that won't investigate. That won't know what is happening. If the dad did not allow the child to talk to him to say this is what is happening. So apart from being, you know, the dad has his own, you know, for the abduction, but for not giving the, you know, the opportunity for the child to like say that this is what is happening to me, that might not be aware of that. If the dad comes, you know, off and on, and when he's around, you know, the kid, the son or the daughter is looking fine, then dad won't look at that, and the school might have intervened. So what the mom needs to do is go to school with a copy of that. Whether, you know, she will need to sign as a visitor. They will still listening to her, and they will record it on that child's document or record. They will record that somebody so person came in, and when mom is going, if mom has a copy of the birth certificate, mom go with it, please. They will still listening to mom, and they will keep the record.
And you know the funniest thing is that the child birth certificate is overseas birth certificate,
and they've changed it to stepmom's name.
No, I don't think they'll be able to. Is it?
Because that's what some of them do. They change it to stepmom's name for them to be able to claim whatever they want to claim.
That is oh my God, prison offense.
That's what some of them do. That's what some of them do.
Oh yeah.
It might even be that. It might even be that. That's the reason why. That's the reason why the child is still in the UK that got passport and British citizen. It might be that's true how they got it.
The dad is a UK by birth.
Oh, UK by birth. Okay, that's fine then.
And even the stepmom is a UK by birth, I think.
All right. So maybe that's why. But if mom, I know there is half time at the minute because next week there is half time. But
thank you. Yes, I'm just reading the where they Malashabi said it's school half time. Are you the one now?
Yeah. No. It's not.
You're not where they okay.
Okay. It's school half time at the minute because but some of them already have their half time, and this is another people, you know. But another thing I want to say is the caller, that man that called, I think I'm not supporting what he's saying because he was mentioning of some dragons, But when he says the social, is gonna go to foster home, the child will only go to foster home for a couple of weeks. Definitely, they're going to the child is gonna reunite with the mom completely.
Okay.
And mom, if you're lying, please just take off your mind wherever your country of origin at the minute, because you might not be going back.
That is the thing. Thank you. Exactly. Thank you.
She might not be going back.
She might not be going back. Exactly.
If it's Nigeria, forget it. You're not going back. You will get your paper as long as the child already is a British citizen.
She's not from Nigeria, and I think that's another reason why they want to override everything. She's not a Nigerian origin. But I don't want to give the country of origin out.
Oh, that's fine then. That's fine then. So,
but the dad is a Nigerian origin.
Oh, right. Nigerian guy.
I thought I should seal it before, but it doesn't. I can't help sealing it anymore.
But the woman just needs to go to school. Find out, even during the half term, the schools, some teachers are still in school, and then they can just go to school. Can I just ask one question, please?
Please go ahead.
Is the man, is he aware that the lady is in the country now?
That's the thing. I'm not too sure.
Right, we need to ask her if she's aware, if he's aware that he's in the country at the minute, and if he knows this case is like this, they might look for a way of blocking her from seeing that girl.
Oh, because she knows. They say the good thing is that there's evidence now against them. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because there is evidence against them.
Yeah.
If the mom has not let the dad know about the evidence, or has not actually queried that, said you're doing something behind me. But if the mom already done that, then if they know she's in the UK at the minute, they might block her completely. So the best thing for us is get people to start working straight away, immediately. Social services works 24/7. Police works 24/7. So it's better for them to start working straight away. And I quite agree with the sister that talked earlier on. Yeah, it's Section 20 that they're going to sign. That's why I said it's just going to go to emergency care. So it's not going to be permanent one. It's not going to be permanent one. And if the family, if the mom has family in the UK, and they will assess them, if they're okay, they will give the kids to them. That's what they're going to do. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, dear. Thank you, excellent. Thank you. You see, I always love you guys because she's also a professional, I think, because I think she has called me before, so, and I've managed to save that name as well on that professional level. So no need for any Section 20. Yeah. Shola, when you guys said that he has already guessed that maybe a Nigerian father. Yeah, he is. He is a Nigerian father. You dad. I call them you dad. You dad. Oh, Shireen. Okay, dear. Hello.
Hi.
Yes, hello, dear.
I just wanted to call back. I don't know why this thing has gone so far. As social workers, if you work in the field, you will know, in the grand scheme of things, as bad as that recording is, it's the lowest of things that we deal with when it comes to abuse. So this conversation about stepmom going to prison and child going to foster care, and it sounds so unrealistic to me, if I'm honest. I cannot come from Nigeria to investigate the welfare of a child and sign a Section 25 child to go and stay with strangers. Because of what? No, that doesn't need to happen. If I'm supporting this mom, I will not advocate that she signs for her child to go into foster care. Because of what?
So she should not sign it.
She shouldn't. She's not used to her child. There's no reason why she can't take care of her child.
I'm going to release your number to them as soon as I finish. I'll manage to speak to them. Yeah, I will speak to them. To her or a friend that brought her, so that I think she's with her friend because she's got overseas number at the moment, but she's not a Nigerian origin. So let's rule that out.
I think people are getting this thing mixed up. When you're talking of Section 20 and children going into care and assessments being done of the family, that's usually because the child has come to significant harm. Like I said before, when it comes to emotional harm, that threshold is high. It's hard to evidence. If this child goes to school and is happy and presents very well, it's likely that, the child will either stay with the dad or they will say to the mom, okay, take your child while we do our assessment. But the child will go to strangers because of what? There's no evidence that the dad has been harmful to the child. we would still need to know from the dad what his situation and position in all of this is. And it's actually going to be cheaper for children's services to put that mom somewhere with that child than it is to put that child with strangers. You put that child into foster care is very expensive. Very, very expensive. Then that child too will have a guardian, a legal person that will act in her own right, and they will be questioning, why would a mom come all the way from Nigeria to save her child, but you bypass that mother and put the child with strangers? And that mom too should sign for that to happen because of what? Never. She should never sign Section 20. The child has physically not come to any harm. The evidence that the child has emotionally been harmed, it will take some time to know what the impacts of that stepmother's behavior has been on the child. But the first thing to do is to remove that child from the stepmother or remove the stepmother from that child. So if that's a protective father, he will send his woman in and start prioritizing the child and allow the mom to also be caring for her child. And if he's a useless dad, then the mom will have to work with a social worker to take that child from that dad. That child should not be with strangers. And also, we don't know, does dad have a family? Are there other people that could have taken on the child and for the child to enter foster care? It doesn't work like that. And this matter of let the school be the one to investigate or to contact social services, no, that's going to be too much delay. As others have said already, it's half term. And besides, the mom has the evidence in her hand. Why is she going through a third party when she can go directly to the social services herself? She doesn't have to go to the school.
Yeah.
The school cannot investigate. The school will still have to pass it to social services.
That's correct.
So, she's got the evidence in her hand. Let's go straight to the social services. They have the duty. Or she can even go straight to the police station. Because then they will share it with the social services and together they will do the investigation. So people need to not to blow things out of context. This thing of she's going to prison and the dad is going to prison, we have no evidence of that. Even if this woman should admit to everything she's done, this stepmother, she may even just get a caution. Do not be surprised. I've seen it. She may just get a caution because guess what? Unless there's any evidence that she physically harmed that child or that the abuse she gave that child has had some deep and long-lasting impact, this is very minor in the grand scheme of child abuse. As bad as it sounds on that audio, we've seen this thing on a daily basis. Stepmothers, stepfathers, private fostering, as you always talk about on your show. We know why it's better for kids to be with their blood relatives or their birth parents because they're mistreated, they're abused in the hands of others. It's not uncommon. This is our field of work. We see it every day. So people don't have to go too far about foster care and prison. And it's not even at that level. It's not even for the police to be involved. They may even just be the one to say to social services, you deal with it. Because they even find a criminal intent in it or how this is criminally legal. It might even be hard for the police, put it that way. It might even be hard for the police. And for a 6-year-old to articulate her experiences, as intelligent as she may be, she's only 6. So assuming we didn't have this recording, for her to be able to let someone understand that this is how the stepmom was treating her, she may not have the words or actions to describe that. Thank God we have the evidence recorded. We don't need too much account from a 6-year-old because we can hear it with our own ears. But to even know what all the other abuse was, we might not even get to the bottom of much because a 6-year-old's memory, a 6-year-old's ability to describe what's been going on, it could be very limited. So we don't have to take this out of context. The child doesn't have to go into care. I don't believe the dad is going to prison unless the child has made some allegations against the dad, even if he's been negligent. Worst case scenario, they will take the child from the dad. People shouldn't escalate matters unnecessarily. And, the school are closed now. It's half term. The mom doesn't have to delay.
So next week is half time from Monday.
Yeah.
Thank God for that. I will get space to park my car.
Even Monday, you don't have to.
Thank God for 5 days parking. At least I will sleep well and have space to park at the car park. Even though we're going to pay. Yeah.
You don't have to delay till Monday. Children's services have social workers on duty 24 hours. My own role is at night. When the office closes, my own job starts. Or on the weekend, sometimes I have a shift as well. I don't work office hours. I work out of hours. So there's always someone there to listen to her concerns. She doesn't have to wait. She can just call me tonight. We can do it together.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to pass on your number.
To be careful of. She's done well. She's come all this way.
She will open up more to you. She opened more to me as well, but she will open more again because I will not say more now, but she will open more. But she's not a Nigerian origin. But she will open more to you.
That's fine.
So you get
but
more.
I think people shouldn't take it too far and say things that are not true or things that they're not aware of. Things have a process, and unfortunately, if you don't work in the field, you may not know or understand that process.
And this is the reason why I brought this case out here, because it's not about lawyer giving advice on something that I don't specialize on. But I said to her, I gave advice on law matter, but I said, listen, we will get more from special professionals on this level. Let's bring it to the public.
Very true. And also, people talking about the male caller that called, as much as I don't agree with much of what he said, I don't believe that's the father, we shouldn't be talking that father. We're dramatizing this thing now. I don't believe that was the father.
Okay.
I don't believe that was the father. And also, this father too, we don't know what his own position in this is. So we have to be fair. If this is going to court, everyone will be entitled to a fair trial and a fair hearing. We have to be fair. We haven't heard from the father. We don't know what his role is in all of this.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your time.
So he could still be in position to protect his daughter. He might be outraged by his partner's behavior. We don't know. So to say the child is going to be taken from him, no. That would be the last resort. It would be the last thing they will want to do. They will only do it if they have evidence that they have to do it.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for your contributions. Yes.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye, dear. Bye. I'm going to close the call line, so we can now talk, outside telephone calls now. Yes. So that is the situation. I'm sure you are online, madam. I'm not going to link you out at all. I'm sure you are online. Lift this video when we finish, so you can go back and revert to it and then see all the advice that they have given you. Tonight is the night that you have to start your work. If you haven't started, you need to start now. Contacting your social services. Your friend that came with you to see me 2 days ago or 3 days ago, she knows how to contact them. Google your borough and get the telephone number online and contact them as quickly as possible. But I'm going to give you the telephone number for Shireen. So you contact Shireen, and then Shireen will know how to link up. You know how to link up with her, and then she take it on from there. That's the situation. Ladies and gentlemen, I have read all the comments. I want to say thank you to all of you. With great humility for you to have come from work and still have time to come and listen to this program and share your knowledge and contribute to the problem on ground to give us a good advice. I appreciate all of you, regardless of all other odds, or rather any odds in between the advice given to us online. I still would say, and I reiterated, I appreciate all of you. I thank you for your support. Until next time when I'm online, I remain your humble lawyer with great humility, Lawyer Tokunbo Olagbaye. But don't forget, we are down in Derby tomorrow, receiving the Entitlement Award. Tomorrow we'll be there, giving them the full support, and I will also be receiving award tomorrow. So if you are in Derby, let us enjoy tomorrow night together. If you are in Derby, let us enjoy tomorrow night together. I've already booked my hotel, booked my everything, so I will be staying there till Sunday to return back to London, United Kingdom. It's still United Kingdom, but Derby is county, which is outside the city of London. So it's outside London, but it's a bit further down, in about Midland area. It's in Midland. Derby is in Midland. So I'll be down there tomorrow in the afternoon. I'm going to arrive before 2 o'clock, so I should be doing my 2 o'clock program from my hotel room tomorrow. But until then, I want to say I love you and I cannot love you less. You see, this is what I'm saying about this platform. The education, the level of education, level of composure, level of comment, level of everything shows that your class. It shows your class, and I appreciate all of you. There isn't much time to mention names because we are quite large. All comments and names that have been coming in and out. It's quite huge to mention. But I see all of you, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you for your support. I haven't changed. They are talking about Olagbaye. With great humility, I love you all. I remain blessed until next time when we meet. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye for now.